When we talk about the king of dinosaurs, everyone immediately thinks of the T-Rex. But here's the truth. The T-Rex only showed up at the very end of the dinosaur age. Long before the T-Rex was even born, the throne belonged to a different beast. A killer that was faster, more vicious, and possessed weapons the T-Rex could only dream of. It was the Allosaurus, the different lizard. The butcher of the Jurassic. Welcome back to Animal X. Today, we are dissecting the perfect killing machine of the ancient world. So, what made the Allosaurus so terrifying? It wasn't his bite force. In fact, his bite was actually weaker than a modern lion's. But nature gave him a terrifying evolutionary hack. His skull could open its jaws to a shocking 92 degrees. Imagine a snake, but the size of a truck. Instead of biting and holding, he used his upper jaw like a stone hatchet. He would slam his mouth down onto his prey, driving the serrated teeth into flesh to cause massive shock and blood loss. Scientists call this the hatchet bite. And let's not forget the arms. Unlike the tiny, useless arms of a T-Rex, the Allosaurus had long, powerful arms with 3 hooked claws, each 20 centimeters long. He could hug you to death while his mouth did the rest. An Allosaurus weighed about 2 tons. But his favorite food was the sauropods, long-necked giants weighing up to 30 tons. How does a 2-ton assassin take down a 30-ton fortress? Paleontologists believe they hunted in a mob attack style, not a disciplined pack like wolves, but a chaotic gang of thugs swarming a victim. They didn't kill instantly, used a strategy called flesh grazing. They would rush in, tear off a chunk of meat with that hatchet jaw, and back off. They let the prey bleed. They let it weaken. They didn't just hunt for food. They turned the hunt into a war of attrition. But the life of an apex predator is never a fairy tale. The best proof of this is Big Al, the most famous Allosaurus fossil ever found. When scientists looked at Big Al's bones, they didn't just see a monster. They saw a diary of pain. His ribs were broken and healed. His arm was snapped. He had infections all over his body. But the wound that killed the king, was on his toe. A massive, swollen infection on the middle toe of his right foot. Perhaps he tripped while running. Perhaps a victim stepped on him. That single injury meant he couldn't run. And in the Jurassic, if you can't run, you can't eat. The king of the Jurassic died slowly of starvation and thirst, alone in a dried-up riverbed, before he even reached full adulthood. A lonely end for a legend. The Allosaurus dominated the Earth for millions of years, far longer than the T-Rex ever did. He was a masterpiece of speed and brutality. If you ever have a time machine, remember this. If you feel the ground shake, avoid the giants. But if the forest is silent, run, because the Allosaurus is watching. Who would win in a fight? A pack of Allosaurus or a T-Rex? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip to the Jurassic, hit that like button and subscribe to Animal X. See you in the next prehistoric adventure.